What's up, my friends? So I'm not really a review guy, but recently everyone on YouTube was dropping these awesome videos on how good this Viltrox DC-550 monitor is. So yes, I got influenced, and after I got influenced, I bought it. At first, I was really happy with the monitor, but after a few tries, I found something that's a deal breaker for me. Alright, so let's start positive. Let me start by highlighting the things I love about this monitor. You have three options. You have the light version, the regular DC-550 and the DC-550 Pro. It comes in a nice carrying case, included F550 battery, all the necessary adapter and cables, plus a handy sun hood. Alright, so guys, the main difference between the three models is the brightness and some other small features. The light version tops out at only 400 nits, which makes it very difficult to use outdoors or in sunny conditions. So that one was an automatically no-go for me. Then between the regular DC-550 and the Pro, the regular has just one histogram and one parade waveform display, while the Pro delivers you 2 histograms and 3 parade waveforms. It lets you load custom LUTs from an SD card, has that awesome touchscreen, and crucially, a cooling system to prevent overheating. Truly impressive specs, especially for that money. So right off the get-go, you see that I use an HDMI cable, and you also see that Viltrox created the input on the bottom and not on the side. So yeah, you like it or you don't like it. So let me show you how you walk through the monitor. You can use touchscreen, but you can also use this knob and you can turn it. You also have some knobs on the top up here and you can import your shortcuts. So if I hit this knob, I go to the menu. And right off the get-go, you see that it is set to the Chinese language. So how to change this? You hit these 3 dots, language, and then you move to English. That's the first thing that you are going to do. Before I'm going to show you all the settings, I just want to say that I'm only going to show you the most important settings this monitor has to offer and that I use the most in the work field. So after we change the language, we go to fan speed. This one is very important when you go, for example, to Italy to shoot a wedding and it's very hot. You can put it to middle or high, but if you put it to high, the monitor will give some noise. So if you don't like that, use middle. Then you can change the volume, you can go through your menu, change transparency, you can reset your whole menu, and then you see F keys. And this one is pretty cool because you see also the F keys on the top, and if I hit F1, you can add some settings that you use all the time. And if you hit F1 on the top here, you have a really cool shortcut to go to your most favorite settings. If you go to system, you see you can update your system if Viltrox added a new update. All right, so let's move on to the first settings. You see you can add a volume bar, you can add a histogram. This one is pretty helpful. You can add a vector scope where you can read the colors and you also can read the skin tone. You can add a parade and you can add full waveform so you have everything at once. So one very useful setting is the LUT table. You can import your own LUTs, but Viltrox already give you some options to work with. So I'm currently on my S-Log 3, but if you have C-Log 2, move to C-Log 2 or V-Log, whatever camera setting you shoot with. So we hit S-Log 3. Then we move to this setting. So in this setting, I only use the focus peaking mode. So you want to hit this human icon. You want to enable this feature, and right up the get-go you see color. And this green color means that it's in focus. You can make the color less noticeable to move your slider down. You can also change the color, so if you tap on green, you will change it to blue or to red. Then we have this option, and basically you can read false colors. So this is to expose your footage. So if I increase my ISO, you see it will get this really nice pink color, and then this means that my exposure is just perfect. If I put it all the way down, you see these grayish and black color, and that is that I'm too low in my exposure. Oh, let me turn this off. You can do the same for your histogram. You can turn on your histogram, and if I increase my exposure, you see the histogram is disappearing, and that means right now my exposure is just perfect. This is just an example. You can put these settings to your own preferences. Another cool setting up here is you can flip your screen upside down from the left to the right, and let's turn it off. And this option is when you're tilting your whole screen, it will tilt with you. And let's move on to the third setting. This one is pretty cool because right up here we have the rule of third, and you want to put that on. And you can add a central cross, so it points always at the middle. So let's turn it off. So right up here you have different aspect ratios. You can do 4/3, and you can go to settings up here. You can give this line a different color. Let's say give it a blue color or the white color. You can make the line thicker or thinner. So let's make it thicker. You see the border transparency. You can also increase it, and then you see it's almost all black, and now the third number is all black. You can also zoom in with this monitor, so you can zoom in twice if you want, 4 times, 8 times, or 10 times. Let's go back to 1 time. Then we move on to the last options, and right up here you can basically manipulate the brightness of your monitor. You can pull it all the way up, or you can pull it down. You can increase the contrast, saturation, hue, sharpness, backlight, the color temperature, and the RGB settings. All right, by tapping on the monitor twice, you will open up the menu. Tapping on it once, so the menu will go away. If you hold your finger on this monitor and you pull it down, you pull down the backlight, and you can increase the backlight. You can also increase the volume, or if you go down, you will lower the volume of your monitor. All right, so the big question we're all waiting for is, why am I sending this monitor back? I'm running it with my Sony A7IV set to 4K, 50 frames per second output, connected via HDMI with the proper external monitor settings enabled. But here's the kicker. Anytime I tilt my camera left, right, up or down, the monitor has a noticeable lag. At first I thought it wasn't a big deal, but after playing with it for an hour, it really started to bother me. I don't know if it is an issue with the Sony A7IV or the Viltrox itself. So now the bottom line is, for the money, this monitor provides insane value. But that lagging bug is an absolute deal breaker for me. If any Viltrox users have found a workaround or have any advice, please hit me up in the comments, and I will catch you later. Bye bye!